I just want to compare the two cores after I pulled it out of the box, so y'all get an idea of when you get this thing, like what differences you're going to see, kind of the quality and stuff like that. So this is a stock core. You can tell that this one is much wider. It has more bars and plates for coolant flow, obviously. It is not quite as tall, like I said, but it makes it up for width. And one of the reasons we're not as tall is to give us a little more plenum volume under the brick for the air to make the turn to go up to the intake runners of the heads. So like I said, this is the back. You can see it's the billet mill. You can see machine marks where it's billet flange. So this one's just a welded on Garrett core, cask tanks. So this big flange right here. I do like to, on the stock ones, trim it off, give you a little bit more clearance for air, so it don't hurt nothing. Just kind of opens things up a little bit. So you turn around and look at the business end. You can see how significantly larger that core is. You can barely even see in there. This one's kind of plugged up too, but yeah, it's significantly larger, a lot better flow, a lot better design. Like I said, bigger billet tanks. I think you get a better idea what you're looking at. It does come with new hardware and some Loctite. I always want to put Loctite on those because they fall off. They can possibly migrate into the intake runners and into the pistons and the valve and all that jazz, and that's not good. We don't want none of that at all. Does have a carb EO number for the California guys, so you know. Like I said, new hardware. Loctite, red. So yeah, I just got it sitting on there. I'll pull the blower off, flip it over, and just kind of mock it up on the bottom so you can see what it looks like. Show you how this back right here kind of shrouds the IAT sensor, which just like I said, since this is more open, it helps get better airflow up that sensor as well, so it reads better. Like I said, that's factory Honeywell Garrett core from Ford, and then the VMP core. Like I said, and also the data I provide in this video proves that it is a substantial upgrade over the stock unit. So here's a look at the stock core. You can kind of see how narrow it is on there. Tall but narrow. So this kind of hangs over. Ain't much, but like I said, it takes up a good little space because the gasket's right here, so you really got this little narrow area for the air to pass through. So the factory did mill this off a little bit, but you can see it still kind of hangs over it. It can impede airflow to this sensor right here. So I'll set this one on top. Kind of see, like I said, how much wider it is. But let me swap hands and set this thing down on here. There's the VMP core on there. You can see how good it's machined out to fit. Even the little bumps on it right here for the bolts. They got it as tight as they possibly could. Those big old ports. So a little shallower, more plenum volume. So you can obviously see there's will be a lot more room now for airflow between it. So, like I said, that'll wrap it up pretty much for us unboxing it, comparing it to the stock core. And like I said, I'll add in and follow up with all the data, everything on temperature-wise, like comparing in the heat, with and without ice, all that good stuff. How much better this performs than the stock one, with minimal changes aside from just the core. So, like I said, I'll wrap it up and we'll move on to the next talking point. Here's the pass from Mod Nationals about a 55, 60 degree ambient temperature with the ported stock adapter, 3/4 lines in the stock core. You can see the R mat on the 2-step right here, starting out at 80 degrees. You can see we're just gonna do through 3rd gear because that's basically the 8th mile to match up with my new data. So we'll start off on the 2-step, 80, 80, 80, drop it. We're immediately flying up 90, 97, 100, 109, 120, 2-3 shifts, we're at 130, 132, 133, by the top of 3rd, which is pretty much the 8th mile, we're at pretty much 140, 139, 140 on our downstream temps. So this is the same icing technique as I'm using now, a colder ambient temperature. So the next one we're going to look at is the log from this weekend with the 80 degree ambient temperature with the VMP core, the VMP adapter, 1-inch lines. Same pump, same tank, same icing technique. And we can see how significant the improvement is over this. Here's the log from yesterday with the VMP core, the Cobra engineering / VMP adapter, and 1-inch lines. Again, this is the exact same pump, same tank, same icing technique. We're on the 2-step, we're about 80, 85 degrees. It's dropping. Drop the clutch. We're drop to 70, 77. Come up, 77, 1-2 shift. We're at 80, 81, 82, 85, 84, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 90. So right there, top of 3rd, 90. So on a hotter day, we are pretty much 50 degrees better at the same point on the downstreams. On a hotter day, by 20 degrees ambient temperature on this new setup, with basically the only change being the core, the adapter, and the lines. Everything else is identical, so boost and everything. So I definitely will say it is a 100% worthwhile investment to get this core. It works. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's proof in the data, so I hope this clears that up for anybody. Here's some backup data on the VMP intercooler core and adapter for those who might not be convinced quite yet. So this was yesterday, 89 to 90 degree ambient temperatures, about 70% humidity. It's a pretty hot, muggy day. I want to show y'all 2 back-to-back passes, as in for this class we had to pull up, let the cars idle, make a pass, and come immediately back around straight to the burnout box and make another pass. So the first log is obviously the first pass, and here we are on the 2-step, 89 degrees, so basically ambient. Only iced the car once. The second pass was whatever what was left in the tank, if any, or water. So we're on the 2-step. Obviously let go, it drops down below ambient. See it starts climbing a little bit, and there we go, drops right off. So we can cruise back, see it falls right back below ambient. And you kind of see it kind of hovers out about ambient after we get cruising back around to the lanes. So we'll come and open the second pass. And here we are, we're at 86 degrees. Like I said, iced the car down, made the pass, grabbed my ticket, pulled back around, got right back in the lanes. Here we are on 2 steps, still below ambient. Still hanging out below ambient. Climbing, starting to climb a little bit now. We're in the 90s, 97, 98, and I think it just touches 100 degrees, and then boom, right back, that pass is done. So, like I said, this was 2 literally back-to-back passes, 89 to 90 degrees ambience, about 70 to 80% humidity, just a hot, muggy day. So, like I said, if this doesn't convince you that this is the best core, or at least the best data we've seen on any of the cores available, nothing else will. So, there's also update.